more.
Alrighty. Good morning, beautiful people. How is everyone doing? Let me know if you can see my screen, if you can hear me loud and clear, so I can start this beautiful morning session. Yes, sir. All right, amazing. Good. Let's get this thing started. Like you guys know, I first start with a review of the trades from last week, and then we can start looking into the charts, what we have for the upcoming week. All right. First of all, if you have never seen my strategy before, it's pretty simple. I just focus on highs and lows. I wait for a breakout. I wait for a retest. That's it. Okay. So if you don't know what a high and a low is, if you don't know what a break and a retest is, don't worry about it. Just go to my YouTube channel, watch as many sessions as you can, and you will get to know it. All right. But now I'm not going to waste too much time. I just want to jump in and show you what the power can be of just following highs and lows. So the very first one is Canadian CHF. What have we seen here? Market broke out to the downside. It already broke out on the session. I just trapped it, and I told you guys, if we can create the right candlesticks right over here, that we could expect a beautiful drop to the downside. And look what we have seen. All right, we have seen dojis, we have seen engulfing candles on the 15, on the 30-minute time frame, on the 1 hour time frame. So everything was in place to just react on this Canadian CHF idea. What I also said, if we do not get the price action, we can get higher into the supply zone. This didn't happen. Market just decided to go straight to the downside. Look at that. Beautiful 36 pip potential with around 8 to 10 pip stop loss. All right. So that was a very clean idea. If you're in the Discord channel and you watch my private sessions every morning, we also caught this one here, the next breakout retest to the downside. Simply because the market just broke new lows, all right? And that's what we do on a daily basis. We just wait for breakouts, we wait for the market to come back, and then we take the market to the downside. Same right over here. We wait for the breakout, happens, market comes back, happens, and we got a beautiful move to the downside. That's it, all right? That's the beauty of simplicity and this amazing strategy. The next one was GA. For GA, we have seen a massive breakout. This was a very far breakout. You know that I look to the left if my target zones already get hit, yes or no. Like you can see, we went very high in price. Market already triggered these supply zones, which are basically targets to look at. So it was a little shaky or a little risky to keep looking at this retest right over here. If you still did though, it was a stop loss, all right? I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not gonna say it's not. If people tell you you cannot take stop losses on Forex trading, come on, man. Just run, because that's not what it is. In trading, you will take stop losses, and that's why we always focus on risk, that we manage our risk, and that we not react on certain emotions to higher our risk, and so on and so forth. So right over here, you had an opportunity to react with the engulfing candles, the break of structures, the price action you can look at for the market to go up. So yeah, everything was basically in place, but the market just didn't respect. Okay, so that's for GA. If we go to G-Chef, this beautiful idea also did the move we expected. I wanted to see the market coming higher though, but that didn't happen. So the market gave us the retest, rejection on that 1 hour time frame. 30-minute time frame was engulfing. 15-minute time frame, if you take a look at that candlestick, you see the market also, yeah, engulfing right over here and engulfing right over here. So yeah, bearish price action was in place. So if you, whoa, excuse me, if you reacted over there on the engulfing candles, it was beautiful. But like 5-minute time frame price action, what I love to do, like these break of structures and retests, yeah, that was a hard one. But the candlestick patterns were in place, and look at that move. Come on, man. I think it was around a stop loss of 15 pips, and then we got a move of around 100 pips to the downside. Okay, so beautiful idea on G-Chef. Let's move on to the next one, which was GJ, which also beautifully did the breakout retest. You had a first reaction here, so breakout retest, like you can see, 30-minute time frame engulfing, or tweezer top, that's a better word for it. because it wasn't fully engulfed. And then we got this evening star, okay? So right over here, you had the potential to react with around 20 pips stop, and the market dropped for 63 pips, okay? So that was the first opportunity, but then the market came higher and did it once again, okay? So this is also when we are looking at price traps and you see the breakout, you see the retest, as long as we keep respecting previous structure, we can keep looking for downward movements, okay? This one, yeah, personally, I wouldn't be reacting because this was last Friday around the speech of Mr. Powell, and I would rather stay away from that than get myself wrecked when this massive move or massive announcement happens, okay? So basically, for me personally, I would rather stay away from this point and I would rather be reacting at this reaction here, okay? Good, let's move on. I'm gonna go a little faster today. I don't have a lot of time to really cover everything in detail. That's why you see me going so fast over these charts. But yeah, I just wanted to give you the review and show you what was possible if you were looking at the price reps from last week. Same thing here for gold. Market beautifully broke out, came back for the retest. This was a structure point we were looking at, the high, then the low, the retest, engulfing candles, 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame, exactly the same thing. Engulfing candles, 15-minute time frame, exactly the same thing. Engulfing candles, like, come on. It cannot get more easy than this to find yourself a beautiful entry and to take yourself a beautiful move. Let's say around this entry was around this area with a 60 pip stop, you would see that the market would drop for around 250 pips. So yeah, there was some opportunity there also with gold. Okay, so that's it. That were the price drops from last week. It wasn't a lot. The market wasn't really that clean, in my opinion. So that's why we had so less price traps. But today we do have some good price reps, okay? I already made some price reps, of course, on the previous session, and I'm just gonna take almost the same ones. That's the first one on AUD Canadian. I'm doubting a little bit if I would take that support or maybe the other one. Let me see what I did yesterday. No, I did yesterday also the same thing. The reason why I focus on this low is because this is the low that created the highs, okay? That's why I basically, but now because of this new low here, I'm doubting a bit, but let's just keep it that way. Let's just focus on the structure, and that would be the first price trap for today. AUD-CHF, yeah, we do have some good structure here. We can trap this. Why not? Why not? Look at that. That's a new one. Let me delete this horizontal line. There we go. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Always here to help you guys as good as possible. ADJPY, same thing. We do have some good structure that we can use. We did reject from this point. I'm gonna wait to use that as a new resistance zone. The reason why is because it isn't really fully confirmed as a new high. If the market starts dropping and creates a new low, then I would be revisiting and just adjust this resistance zone. Okay. AD NZD, gonna stay away. AD USD, I think this is so clear. Beautiful structure. I do like this one. I like them all. I do see a lot of good price traps for today, so let's see. It can be a very exciting week. Canadian JPY, nah, this is a pretty big price trap, but did I trap this yesterday? For real? I did. Massive price trap. Gonna take a while till this one breaks out. There we go. And if you're watching the recording and you're like, damn, this is going fast. I don't understand what he is doing. What are these boxes? What is he waiting for? What is he looking for? Don't worry. Like I said, there is a YouTube channel full of videos where you can just find yourself the value, all right? It is there. You just need to put some time an effort in there to really follow this up. This was an idea from yesterday, just going to show you. We had support, market broke out, came back for the retest, beautiful engulfing candle. All the price action was on point. And like you can see, we had a beautiful opportunity of 32 pips to the downside on Euro CHF. At this point, we could say like, okay, market created a new low, right? That's what we do. We follow structure. So you can use that new low. You can simply wait till the market gives you another retest, okay? This is, of course, the last point of structure because this is the high that created the low. So I'm going to put the resistance right over here. But be careful, though, because the market created some massive supply. That's why I put this arrow here. So if the market goes to the upside, just know that this supply zone could be pretty powerful to push the market lower, okay? Euro pound, this is a pair I don't like. Euro pound, such a, I don't know, nasty pair. Um, Euro NZD, like I said yesterday on the morning session, around this area, if you didn't react, we could see a beautiful push to the downside to the lows, but we were too late, all right? We were like 30 minutes, 40 minutes too late, something like that. So I left this one alone. You could trap this again with this new support and resistance zone that the market has created, like this. Let me check. Yeah, definitely. I do like this one. Am I still on the 1 hour? Yes, I am. Always make sure you are on the 1 hour time frame. I'm personally using the 1 hour time frame, but of course, you can use this on the 4 hour, you can use this on the daily, you can use this on the 15-minute. Structure is structure, you know, it doesn't matter which time frame it is. It just stays a high and a low. It's not because you go on a 5-minute time frame that all of a sudden a high isn't a high anymore. All right. So you can basically just use this strategy on every single time frame. So we have a breakout on GCAT. Let's see where we can get with that one. If we can get ourselves a good sell on this one. G-Chef is, yeah, consolidating pretty hard. Did I trap this one yesterday? No. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Let me check. Probably going to use that support here. Let me check if I did. Yeah, I did. All right. There we go. GJ, nope. GN, also nothing. GU, I'm gonna stay away from that one. Yeah, NZD Canadian, I told you guys, that deeper retest was there. We were looking for it. And if I'm not mistaken, I even gave an entry on that one. Let me check. Which one is this? NZD? No, this is USD Canadian. NZD Canadian. Yeah, I did. Market did not take off though, so we are still at entry, but I don't like the chart anymore. If you're running this one, normally you should be break even. But if you're running this one, just hold. Let's see where we can get with that. Could go beautifully to the upside. Could go the other direction. The market does whatever the market wants to do. We shall see where we can get with NZD Canadian. This is NZD CHF. Voila. There we go. NZD JPY, almost exactly the same thing here. Is this a breakout from? No. I just used that resistance. Let's see. Here we go. UCAT, I was looking for the deeper retest. We do have the deeper retest. 1 hour engulfing, 30-minute engulfing, 15-minute engulfing. Let me check the 5 minutes. No, 5 minutes was a harder one. We did catch this order block supply, you can call it what you want, with the retest. So it's possible that you're running that one. That's for the private session. For the public, where we are right now, we can just trap this again. We have new structure that we can focus on. There we go. UCHF, nope. UJ, don't like it. Gold, yeah. Hmm. We are at a retest at this point. We could see a higher move here, but price action is pretty messy at this point. But I'm gonna leave it like it is. We do have price traps in mouth. So we have 80 Canadian in between the zones, same as 80 CHF, 80 USD, Canadian JPY, GCHF, NZD CHF, NZD JPY, and USD Canadian. Okay. The ones that we are waiting for the retest is Euro CHF. I would love to see the market maybe get here to get the retest. For GCAT, same thing, waiting for the retest. This could be the very first zone to look at. Of course, where it is right now is also good and possible if we can get a good price action, of course. And then we only have Euro NZD left, and this should be just a new price trap, so red flag. There we go. All right, that will be it. These are the price traps. If we take a look at news, we have seen we had CPI on AUD. I warned you guys for that on the yesterday session. For today, it is very calm. We don't have a lot of news coming in, so I don't expect a lot of impact here. We do have some CHF GDP tomorrow, the USD around 230 with the unemployment claims, which could have some impact here together with the GDP. CPI on Tokyo, but don't expect too much impact on that. If we're taking a look at the news from this week, it's pretty calm, all right? I think we need to pay more attention at next week. Let me check. Normally, yeah, I knew it. NFP on Friday, but for the rest, it's also a pretty calm week. So let's see. Sometimes it's good to have news to have volume and volatility in the charts, but sometimes it's also good to have no news. So the market beautifully respects everything we draw out. Okay. So good. That's it for the Forex pairs and the price traps. If we take a look at what happened with Bitcoin, yeah, basically, I can't make this up, right? Look at that. I drew this last week. So if you want to check, you can see it on my recording. I did expect the market to take out this low. This happened. I did expect the market to react on this demand. It is happening, not happened, because we still need to move higher. At this point, we are respecting 4-hour time frame structure. So I want to see that breaking to see another move to the upside. That's also 1-hour structure. So if we could break above that, that would be good. If we do not break that, this would be the high and low in the market. The lower high in the market could potentially keep on falling down. Okay, so we gotta pay attention here on Bitcoin because we don't want to break too much structure, in my opinion, at this consolidation zone. Okay, I want to see the market maybe start rising again from this point to new all-time highs, or just at least the highs that we see here. The dominance keeps on dropping, which is good for the altcoins because then we see Ethereum being very strong. For every Ethereum holder, congratulations, another all-time high is created. Finally, we have seen an all-time high back in 2021, and now we have a new all-time high on Ethereum. So everyone who is holding Ethereum, congratulations. Still pay attention to price action though, because could be that the market starts creating tops. In my opinion, I don't think so. I think we could go higher. Like you can see, this is just bullish price action. Market breaks a high, comes back for a retest. So I wouldn't be too stressed about this little retracement. I know a lot of people see red numbers, start panicking and selling off their beautiful Ethereum. Well, let me first trade something because my throat is doing difficult. There we go. So yeah, I do expect the market to go higher. I see people see red numbers selling off their Ethereum, which is sad because if you just follow structure, you see that we are still bullish. And if I'm meaning bullish, I'm really bullish. Look at that weekly close. Look at that weekly candle. We are rejecting to the upside. We just getting a breakout retest. Beautiful, right? If we take a look at the dominance, look at that. Phew. If you can remember, I showed you the turnaround from Ethereum right over here. I gave you these levels. I showed you like, guys, If we can respect this, the market could potentially turn and you would see the power of Bitcoin turn to Ethereum. And that's exactly what happened here. Okay, so we can go way further. So it's not done yet. Same thing for Solana, by the way. Look at that. Beautiful breakout. I told you we have a higher low. Pay attention. This is the first sign. And now we are breaking structure. So what we can expect right now is just simply, let me delete this here. Retracement, maybe this was the retracement, but we can still see some retracement to then go higher again. But this could be the retracement, okay? Let me check the other alts. We see some consolidation on a lot of alts. Uniswap stays bullish. Beautiful breakout retest right now. Ripple in consolidation, Stellar in consolidation, Hedera in consolidation, which are not other pairs or maybe coins you guys would love to see. Link was also doing very, very strong. He's going very strong. So let's see if we can break structure. That would be good. Which do we have more? Veracity is just boring. Keeps just consolidating. Not sure what this is gonna do. Cardano beautifully breakout. Now we are looking at that retest. Let's see if we can hold that. But yeah, if you see all these charts and if you see all these breakout retests and you are just panicking of a drop from around, what is this? 8%? Okay. I do understand if you're not used to it, that you get a little panic there, but that's nothing. All right, it's crypto. Come on. I told it also on the private sessions, like a lot of people panic, like, can I sell at the top? Will I be at on time to sell at the top? Um, just watch the past. All right, I'm not gonna do it right now, but just watch the past. How long that we stay on a top? Usually at least a week. So I think a week is enough time to sell some Ethereum, to sell some Bitcoin. Um, and even if you don't have that patience, or even if you're like, yeah, but what if the market goes higher? What if we can go to a 10K level? Well, just wait on structure. If you see the market breaking structure and retesting, then you could potentially have a downside in a falling market. That's simply following highs and lows. Okay, you will not have the top, but look at this. For example, the previous all-time high, market starts breaking structure, coming back to the retest here, and you could still sell off around 4,000. That's still good if you then buy again at 1,000. All right, insane. Same thing for Bitcoin, by the way. If you go to the all-time high from the previous run, you see a break of structure, market comes back for the retest. Okay, you didn't sell at 64, but you could sell at 59. And put back in at 30 to then go higher again, break of structure, sell around 59 again, and then put again in at 15 or 16. All right. Let's just say you wait on structure, breakout retest, you put in around 20. And now look at that 20. Come on, 100K. That's 5 times your or your investments times 5. All right, even more if you are really selling tops. That's times 6. Good. That will be it, I think. I know it's a fast session. It's because I don't have a lot of time today, but I just wanted to come on here and show you the new price traps for this week. Like you guys know, keep an eye out for Bitcoin. This is what I'm looking for. Let me just show you Ethereum pretty fast. Good. No worries. Have a good day, bro. For Ethereum, yeah, I would just focus on respecting this higher low right now and start to break supply zones. If the market doesn't do that and start respecting this, yeah, we could see deeper retracements. Okay, definitely. But still doesn't mean that the market is going into a bear. Look at that weekly. Just keep an eye on weekly candles. Weekly candles are very strong and could show you where the market wants to go the upcoming weeks/days. Good. Just give me a moment here. There we go. I would say Enjoy your beautiful day, and then we see each other next week at 8:30. For the people in Belgium, for the people in the community, please do not miss our physical event this evening. I do have a lot to say there. I do have a lot to announce there, and maybe it can be also interesting for the people who are here following the public sessions, watching the recordings, because I know I see you on YouTube. For the people who are watching the recording, maybe there's something in there for you too, all right? But if you're from Belgium, you're always welcome. Every single Wednesday evening, we come together. If you want to know where, just send me a text and I will help you out and show you where we are, all right? So thank you all for being here. We see each other back tomorrow. For the people in the Discord, of course, and for the people here on the public sessions. We see each other back next Wednesday, of course, to review all the price traps. It's a lot, I know. So let's see what kind of exciting we can have, yes or no. All right. So thank you all for being here. Wish you the best and see you very soon again. Ciao, ciao.